I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven. Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know. Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
Feel the bangers. Feel the bangers.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it. Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome to the Underdogs Podcast, man. You feel me? Season 4. Man. Believe in self. We got 2-time award-winning editor, chief CEO of Apex Couture magazine, Orlando's own, man, Antuan Wright in the building right now, man. I'm going to bring him in here.
Yo. What it do?
We're
heading with the people, though, man. What's good, though?
Man, we back at it again, man. Another one, you feel me? Off a long night, man. We got to make it happen, you know. But, like I say, first off, bro, you know, it was an honor, you know, to be a part of the Apex Couture Winging It Spade Celebrity Tournament, you know, with you having us. You know what I mean? You brought the city out, you know, like I say, you forever got our support, bro. And
Word, appreciate it, man.
But yeah, man, who is Antuan Wright as a person outside of what you do?
Oh man. Damn, dog, you know, it's kind of hard to answer that because I done wrap myself so much in what I do. You know, of course, I'm a family man, married man, you know what I'm saying, raised some children, you know. So I don't be, I don't, it doesn't matter how my lifestyle may look to certain people. If I ain't got no reason to be there, I ain't gonna be there because I be with my family, man, and I'm built like that, you know, and building. So if you see me anywhere, just know that I'm there for a reason, man. And that's who Antuan Wright is. It's always a purpose. It's got to be a purpose, man, because main reason for that is I done done enough hanging out. Anybody from the old that know, I done it, but we done did it. We done went on tours. We done a lot. So I know I ain't missing nothing. You know, that's why I don't try to be on every scene. I ain't trying to be everywhere. I'm only going to be the places where it counts. Okay. Yeah. And that's who Antuan Wright is at this point. Somebody who knows his value. When you know your value, and you walk in that value, you can forever create opportunities for yourself and not have to sit back and wait on that system, which we already know is against us to create or give us the opportunities.
Yeah, I like how you said that because as you build your value, you know, like you say, everything you say is who you are. And when you build your value, it's like you understand you can't be accessible to everybody like that. You know, I think that's where it comes with. Everybody can't get your energy because energy is important. You know, and you get your energy out to the wrong people that ain't going to appreciate it. They're going to just either take advantage of you or treat you like you ain't valuable. You know?
Man, listen, that's the reason. And that's why podcasts like this are important because you got people that done been through that can give you some of the game. That way it can help guide you through this stuff. Because I had to learn all of that stuff the hard way. Yeah. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Was nobody giving me no information. Was nobody opening no doors. I literally had to do it, teach myself, and just put myself in rooms and situations where I could be an asset. Okay. Yeah. You got to know how to be an asset and not a liability. And if you are that, if you are a walking asset, then you can go and open up doors and opportunities for yourself. In certain, I've worked in all fields. Y'all say I got tattoos on my face. I ran a political campaign last year. I'm a convicted felon. I done been to prison. And I was hanging out with politicians, but also dealing with film directors, actors, actresses, dentists. You know, I got a big team of people up in Atlanta. I ain't gonna go on too much, man. I can just keep going. But bro, go ahead and ask your questions, man. Because we've been doing so good the past few years, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. Nah, for real. This is the exclusive right here, man. You feel me? They gonna know what's going on, man. So,
yeah.
like if you wasn't working on it going into the next year, how you gonna be able to change
Yeah.
within 2 minutes? You know, so like what's
Well,
you been working on?
okay, so I'm gonna say this first of all. I don't celebrate the new year like
Right.
a new year, a new thing.
Right.
My new year is my birthday, and it's with me. This is something every time I get, when I get older, I don't announce shit to nobody. I talk to myself in the mirror, and I tell myself what I'm gonna do for this new year, because the new year at the top of the year, that ain't even the real new year. So
Right.
I start my new year on my birthday, and that's between me and that dude in the mirror. You don't gotta tell nobody, and that's the thing. I want to give y'all some information. Do not tell everything that you about to do or what you're doing. Just do it. All you got to do is just do it. But what was the main question again, bro?
So like what you learned though, like in 2022.
In 2022.
Yeah.
Well, 2022 was a pivotal year for me. Like I said, I ran a political campaign, and I also won 2 awards. 2022 basically showed me that all of the things that I told myself and I just did, I just started doing it. All of those things that I was working for the past 10 years, it paid off that year. So I actually ended 2022. I won 2 awards. Here they go. Says you go to see awards right here. Publication of the year, and this is the IMA's 22 out of Duval magazine of the year, and that was running a great campaign with Melissa Myers. It was I reached a pinnacle of success last year that I didn't think I'd be able to top. So my only thing for 2023 was to be able to use that momentum, because you don't want to feel like you made it. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, you use that momentum and the status that I built off last year to execute everything. This is my 10th year. So I'm celebrating 10 years, bro. This year really got to, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, 10 years, anything ain't easy, baby. You hear me, y'all? Shit, consistently. 10 years, so that's huge. So yeah. So I knew last year when all of these things were happening that next year is gonna be my 10-year celebration. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. So really, it's a challenge for me. I don't even know, bro. I'm just already putting things into motion, and you guys are gonna see it because everything I do, it's always documented via social media, my website. It's all there for you to see. So I basically came into 2023 knowing that it's important to utilize the accolades from 2022, right? I was told when I speak of my magazine, I need to say that always mention this is a 2-time award-winning publication. See, I don't be big. I'm not big on celebrating myself. I just like to do the work. But the people, the rooms I'm in, they like, no, that means everything. You won awards. Those are accolades that you can use, and you should. You should. You gotta exercise every tool that you have possible to make the moves and be able to be an asset to anything. You know what I'm saying? Any situation. You definitely want to do that. Always, when you come to the situation, you are you're bringing solutions, revenue, ideas. You have the muscle and you have the wherewithal to get out and go get it. You know what I'm saying? When you can bring all of these things together to be an asset, and all you got to do is just study anything, man. Study anything you want to do, but just do it, apply it. And that's what 2023 is about for me, just continuing to apply it. Because a lot of times we get to talking about stuff and it sounds good, but when it's actually time to go do it, when you understand the responsibility that comes behind what you got to do, a lot of people don't really be with that work. Boy, it's a lot of grunt work, man. Y'all think people be thinking like they see, stuff happening like, man, you was at my last event. Yeah. You see how that event was? Like, man, it took 3 months to put that together, man. You know what I'm saying? And with the team and having people coming from out of town, out of state. Matter of fact, you was at the one in Atlanta too, right?
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, Donna put me on to come out there. That's where it started.
Yeah. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? We going city to city with it, and the energy. You felt the energy in at each event.
Yeah.
It's everybody is connecting, and it's all good vibes, and good stuff always comes from that. So that was my 4th event, the one that we just did for the Winging It TV series.
Okay.
Y'all make sure y'all go get that, man. We got 2 locations for y'all to pick this copy up. I got all issues. Don't let me take over your interview.
Nah, man.
I be
man.
Running my mouth.
Hey, this all about you though, man. You feel me? So yeah, we're gonna get it. Yeah, man. So born in Georgia, but raised in Orlando, Florida. Like, what was it like for you coming up in the city from your perspective?
Oh man, it was different as hell because I came from Jessup, Georgia, really Scriven, Georgia. It's real small country town, man. Like, they just got 2 gas stations, maybe just got 2 gas stations. But what the thing was, there was nothing there. So my parents, being that we had some family down here in Orlando, they felt like, hey man, we're gonna take them down there to the city. Cause in the country town ain't nothing. I mean, ain't nothing up there, and all we seen was white and black. We hadn't seen no other races of people. So when we moved to Orlando, I was like 10 years old. We moved to Carver Shores, and it was a culture shock for one. Cause when I was in elementary school, we was in school with Asians and Filipinos and Guyanese and Trinidad, all different cultures of people. So that was amazing to me. You know what I mean? So I looked at this place a whole lot different. But then I got to growing up here, and I adapted very, very quickly, man, to Florida. Man, matter of fact, I'm Georgia at heart, but I'm a little more Florida than I am Georgia, man. That is just I was raised right from that time. So anybody from Orlando, Carver Shores, Richmond Heights area, Ivy Lane, Malibu, Tangelo Park, out there, any from that era, man, you already know what it was like growing up in them 90s, and them 2000s.
Real spirit. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was different.
It was different, man. It was a time to be alive. Boy, you better believe that. It was a time to be alive, man. It's a lot. Think about what we was able to achieve and what all we did without social media.
Yeah, it was more.
We ain't had none of this, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't had none of this here, man.
Yeah, it was way more interacting going on. You feel me? Versus what's going on.
You really had to be putting on to be connected. You see what I'm saying? Because people had to find you or to come across you, and it had to be in person or word of mouth or you know what I'm saying? Like now, everything. This is social media is a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Because for kids, it takes away the ability to be able to connect your energies and be able to feel each other out, feel vibes. Like when you're talking to a chick, you're talking to her in a DM, but you don't know, as a man, she could likely be saying one thing, but her body language be saying another. Right. But your ass can't learn that because you steady talking to DMs. So now you need OGs like us to put you up on game. Now what y'all need to do is listen to some OGs, man, because they don't be knowing. They don't really know how to connect. Come on, bro. You already know what I'm talking about, man. You got to be able to know how to read people, how to feel the vibes. And,
Can't feel nobody out through just DMs and stuff. They're like, everybody just be programmed now. You feel me? Based off
because you
don't need apps.
Yeah, bro. Listen, but you got to think about it like this, though. That's why these just don't really care, got no respect for life, because to everything to them it's for likes and stuff. So it's like not real. You know what I'm saying? Like they live in a whole like a virtual world, but this shit it's real, but it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't a real place. Like you see what happened to your boy 6ix9ine, After a while, boy, it's gonna catch up to you, man. Like you can't stay, you think you're gonna keep running around doing that, man? Like Spencer's down here in Florida.
Yeah. Your home is out of pocket, you know what I mean? Just disrespecting people like that, you know, like
Yeah.
like, I know, even though that's just my character as a person, though, like you could tell as a person, he really never experienced nothing for real. Cause once he got to wherever he at, even with minus him ratting and stuff, but now he feeling like I got the likes, I got the followers, I'm king, I'm big, I'm tough now that.
Yeah.
But before the rainbow hair and
Bro.
them people snatched him and turned him into a blood, he wasn't nobody. Like,
bro, listen, and you know, I could tell, I knew, you know what I'm saying? And bro, anybody that, you know, like I said, I done been up that road and everything, so I could tell, you know, he had never been through nothing, you know what I'm saying?
right.
And
Like
you know,
almost like
yeah, and he always kept a lot of security around him too, but it's only so long you're gonna be able to be, you know, you're gonna be able to move like that out here, man, because everybody ain't playing. Everybody ain't playing, man. Everybody ain't playing out here. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, people get to talking crazy on his neck, man. And, you know, it really be some dudes that really be about that, you know. And you don't want to put yourself in those situations, man. We got to be a lot smarter with how we be moving, man. Like, you know, be calculated with what you're doing and what you're saying. Make everything you do and say count. You know, that way it'll be quality over quantity. You know, because I used to have to do building my brand for the past 10 years. I used to have to do a lot of quantity over quality, making a bunch of moves and doing a lot of stuff, doing a lot of free stuff, and you know, just being everywhere. Now you want to be in demand where, you know, you can make people pay for their access. You see what I'm saying? Because of what you build and what you can bring. And you definitely want to always be, you know. But go ahead, bro. Yeah. I know you got some more questions.
Yeah, for real. But now what I was saying, you said quality over quantity. Yeah, like people don't understand like the part of the process where, like you say, you gotta do free stuff. You feel me in the beginning, whatever. Like you gotta, it's a part of that
man. And dudes, listen, I paid my face so gator out here, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely paid my dues. It ain't nobody that can say that, you know, they put me on, especially with this magazine, man, because I was doing everything by myself always, man. I had to, you know, ain't nobody want to help, bro. Like, ain't nobody want to help. And I understood that shit early. I understood it early. So I knew if you hustle and you get something, you doing something all alone by yourself, you're the only one that's making decisions. Once these decisions start to make sense and things start to happen for you, now you know how to move You see what I'm saying? So you can put yourself in the best situations. Once you start growing a team, you got to understand you're dealing with different personalities, different people, so people can get you in situations. That's why when you network and you meet with prominent people, you know, that's an association, and people don't want to be associated with anything that's problematic or negative. So, you know, you want to be able to move around and not have stigma on you, because if there's a saying, you know, a lot of people say, I don't care what nobody think about me. And that's true. Hey, in your personal life, you shouldn't care. But in business, you want to care about what people think about you. In business. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your brand associated with anything negative or problematic in any industry. You see what I'm saying? So you make the right moves. Like I've dealt, you know, in the music industry and dealing with people, having people above me like managers and stuff like that you could see them doing stupid shit and messing up deals. You see what I'm saying? But when you learn how to move on your own, you have your own best interest. Now, if you can learn how to be a student, then become a leader, right? Or become a teacher, and in whatever it is you done acquired all of this information and this knowledge in, then you don't really need anybody to guide you. Now all you need is to be able to get in the right spaces with the right people, and if they're in that industry, they're gonna put you up on game. So you learn things. Like when I was doing politics last year, oh man, I learned so much. oh, listen, guys, that changed me. So now I know how to make deals for my publication, which was entertainment, by utilizing some of the skills that I learned while I was working in politics. Man, listen.
Right.
Listen, man. Y'all don't understand how once you can put yourself in different spaces and create that value for yourself. That way you ain't got to really worry about nobody hanging nothing over your head and being like, putting you on the back burner and you waiting on people to do stuff. You got to kind of figure out how to get it yourself, and then build the team, because you'll then attract people of like minds. You don't want to really be in the room with people that are not like minded, man, because either if you're up here, you can only go down to them. They can't just jump up the hill.
Yeah.
You can only be brought down to their level. Yeah. So you always want to be, at that level or higher in the rooms of people that you're dealing with, and make sure everybody has a good track record. You know what I mean? That way y'all don't have any, because karma follow you.
I would say that's like dumbing yourself down, in a way.
Yeah.
Like if people in the industry or whatever, like say you're a dope artist, you really be talking about what's going on in the world and stuff. But for them, their best interest is, we need you to rap like what's going on. So now you gotta bring yourself lower to satisfy them, to get a check. So you
listen
for a check.
But bro, that started about what was it 1992 when all of the record labels got together with the private prison system, and they started that about 1992. They said, hey, listen, we had too much, hip hop was too positive. You remember, everybody was going to college, and you remember how everything was positive.
Yeah.
When they saw that influence, they said, hey, all right, so now this thing is going to be around, and everybody they get into, everybody want to go to college and all this stuff. And remember, we had the hoodies, the Morehouse hoodies and all that, and hip hop was more upbeat, and it was always about consciousness.
Yeah,
they had to shift gears. Yeah. So they had to shift gears. So that's why it started around 92 when it was made official. And you guys can look this information up. I don't say anything that can't be validated. You can look it up. So once they did that, that's when the transformation started. So now it's 2023. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't finna go to no major label with nothing positive or constructive, man. They're not paying for that. They're just not if you black. They're not paying for that, boy. Your black ass better be killing some ops. You better be on every drug possible. Listen, I'm telling you, man, like they're not gonna fund you to uplift your people. They're just not gonna do that. They'll give you a bunch of money to be a clown. They'll give you a bunch of money to talk about killing and drugs, and they gonna give you all that. You know what I'm saying? You boy, listen, I'm gonna kind of filter myself a little bit, because I can go in and I don't want to go too deep into certain things. So let me know. Before I start going there, because I don't want to get flagged on nothing.
Hey man, oh yeah. YouTube gonna get the plan, but we on the Black Owned Network too, man. So you know what I mean. But this is Jim. No, we don't want YouTube to snatch it down. You feel me? Because them policies.
Listen, listen, and you know why I stopped myself? Because YouTube that snatched me down, bro. I'm on my 4th YouTube page, bro. They done yanked me so many times because I get on here and get spilling the beans, bro.
They had turned up on us talking about we on the final strike or something going on, so we had to pipe down. It was like during the whole little the shot situation was going on. We went to going crazy.
Listen, they was on it. They was on it heavy, man. Yeah. They was on it heavy, but I wasn't really doing too much around that time. Especially around 2020, because I had just got out of the hospital. I had all surgeries, and so I was just really kind of laying low and healing, man. But I got took down by YouTube. Listen, I've been since this magazine's inception in 2013. Mm-hmm. I've been dealing with Google, and I've dealt with Facebook. I've dealt with Twitter. Listen, man, I didn't got kicked off all of them. Facebook never totally got rid of me. That's why I still got my same one. But Twitter and YouTube, they wasn't even playing with your boy, man. Like
I'm about to say
I
that.
figured out.
I was at Facebook. Facebook could take you down for doing that, but how stuff going on now on Facebook, like they're allowing killing and all that type of stuff to get showed. But when you get to speaking real, I'll snatch that down. Like,
Yeah, they'll snatch it down, bro. Like, and I learned in 2014. I could put the year because I remember years. I remember when I was on my website, Google AdSense. Google snatched the AdSense off my website, and I was like, damn, because you make money off the ads, off the click. And I reached out to them, and they basically told me, yeah, we took it down. We took it down, and we don't have to explain to you why. Like literally, that's what their email said. Like we really don't have to tell you why. And I learned then, these platforms that we're on, I want y'all all to know that.
Yeah.
Y'all on these people platforms. That's just like you coming in somebody's house.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Listen, when you be talking about that ain't right, they can take your shit down, man. They can take it down. And they'll say you violated community standards. They'll let you build all that audience up. You build all your audience up, and you do something they don't like, they can shut it down, man. What you gonna do about it? But cry about it and try to start to another page. You ain't gonna do nothing unless you get your own. You gotta have your own websites and things like that for backup. I had the same website for 10 years. You gotta have somewhere where you can put your content that they can't touch. Because long as you putting it on Facebook, long as it's on through Google, long as it's on Twitter, long as it's on their platforms, they can do what the hell they want to do with your content, man. What you gonna tell them?
Yeah.
People be going back and forth, and it's your intellectual property. But I'm gonna tell you like this here, especially when you black.
When you upload that bit, when you upload it on it, you done sold it basically to them. How many people read the terms and conditions of it? You feel me? Like
nobody don't read that, and they know don't nobody read it. But I like to let people know that, man, because I'm telling you, I literally Twitter. I'm on I think maybe my 4th Twitter account. I know how to move on them now because I just do everything through my magazine, and all I do is use social media to promote what's going on in my magazine. That's all I do is use it for marketing. Anybody that follow me, you'll know. You see my timeline. You don't hear anything personal from me. Everything you see on all of my timelines is Apex Couture magazine or whatever my magazine is associated with. Because all that other shit I don't care about. I don't care really be too heavy. I'll get into conversations like on Instagram, in certain comments, but I don't initiate anything, and I'm gonna tell you why. My beliefs, I believe with things that are considered to be radical, but it's all backed up by evidence. But these folks, they're gonna consider it radical when you know these things if you say them.
Yeah.
So I didn't. That right there alone got me taking off these platforms. They let me know, like, listen, you ain't finna be. I went through it with Roland Martin. Roland Martin got my last. I know you guys know who Roland Martin is. Roland Martin got one of my Twitter accounts suspended because I was letting loose on him because he wanted he got a little catty, you know what I'm saying? And I said some things to him, and I was like, bro, you on here talking crazy to people, and you ain't say that to Hillary Clinton after she dropped your ass when you didn't help her get them votes.
Right.
Well, when I said that, boy, that boy got in his feelings. You hear me? Next thing you know, I went back on Twitter. That bit gone. Twitter like, nope, suspended, done. So I was like, damn, that was about my 3rd time. So I was like, all right, man, next Twitter account I build, I ain't doing none of that. I'm just gonna tweet my shit, and I'm gonna just keep it moving, man. Because I understand now that y'all we on these folks' platform, man. The only way you're gonna really be able to speak or be truthful if you want to give that type of information, you got to do it on your own. You got to find your own avenues, or you have to talk in code. You have to talk in code. And those who us create content. Yeah,
that's right there. Man, I don't know if it's not by like me thinking about it, but just talking in lingo and code is just naturally in me like that. So, I always talk my way around things anyway. It's just like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, okay, you get what I'm saying. But I think that might be music too. Because I write music like that. So, I don't really be too direct with it, but I talk around what I'm saying. But if that's the point of, you know, if you listening, you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah. Damn right.
So who or what would you say helped mold you into the person you are today?
Being in a position, and I always go back to this. This is very important. Being in a position to absolutely have to figure everything out and do everything by yourself with no support. And what I'm talking about when I say no support, like from friends and family. Like, if you are doing anything as an entrepreneur, I'm gonna tell you now, don't look to your friends and family.
Yeah, nah.
The motherfuckers is not gonna help you. They're not gonna support you, man. So just do it. What'll happen is
they're gonna be there when it
pop. Though, like, that's what helped me create my value, because now you know I had to figure it out and get strangers. Now you were just at one of my events, right? Yeah. At that event, not one of them people, you remember all the people that was there, not one of them people in there was a friend or a family.
Yeah.
That's my fourth event. Friend, family, it ain't in there. But look at all the people that were there and were enjoying themselves. So that right there shows you. My events are evidence. If I was to sit around and wait on some friends and family, them niggas don't even come to my events. And I'm cool with it. I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm doing, you know, but like I don't, you know, I've been groomed to be able to move like that, you know, because a lot of times, and the reason why I talk about this a lot is because I want people to know, I know how I feel when you feel like you think, oh man, that's my dog or that's my, y'all supposed to support.
I know, listen, right?
Don't look for them to do that, and don't be upset when they don't.
Yeah.
Don't be upset. Just do what you got to do, because the people that see your value, they gonna buy into you, and they gonna support you and be your support system, and they're gonna be great because they have no bias. Only thing they know you for is the great service or product or whatever it is, the entertainment, whatever you provide. That's what they know you for. They love it, and they're gonna buy into it. So don't worry about the friends and family, because they ain't gonna buy into it, because they're like our little peanut, man. I'm talking little peanut. That little peanut. That little peanut. So them niggas, I mean, you don't support that peanut, dude. You know what I mean?
I ain't no count with that for real, because I'm gonna be honest, man. The relationship I just built last night, you know, opening for Joe and all that, it came through the network. But I ain't gonna lie to you, me and the network, like the owner network, we didn't know each other from campaign either. They respected the work I had and the value. That's yesterday, right. We ain't been around each other, hung out or none of that. Last night, he pushed up on me. I'm like, what's happening, bro? We know what we do. He know, you know, we got a relationship like that. And yeah, dog, like, bro, I'm talking about nobody. I'm in Dolo, because, you know, my partner, like, bro, he couldn't make it. I keep my circle how I keep my circle, so I ain't scared to push up on nothing Dolo. Like,
I already know. I done seen you. Yeah,
man, the whole room strangers, but people respected. The DJ behind the booth. What's crazy is how the universe revolved things. So one of my DJs met him the same way in Atlanta. He from Duval. So started running with him years back. I ran into his partner, supposed to be his brother. So we ended up kicking it last, and I'm like, damn, bro, I remember you was at the studio shooting a video. I like, hell yeah, he like that my brother. So we and him, you know, because I was like, off the strength of you with him, I know you solid, bro, and you from Florida, so it was just easy, you know, finding off that, and then, you know, the room was just good vibes the whole night.
Good vibes, bro. Listen, man, it ain't nothing like it, man. That's why I continue to do the release events for each issue of my magazine, man, because the way it brings the people together and the whole vibe, you know, those are industry events. Like that ain't, you know, I have to explain to people, like that ain't no club night. You know what I'm saying? Like you witnessed Miss Tan host.
Very professional.
Oh man, listen, y'all, if you guys have not been to an Apex Couture magazine release party, this man is a witness. He done been to 2. And he'll let you know, man, that it is absolutely an amazing experience. You know, my team, my host, DJ Miss Tan, my headliner DJ Soldier Life, my backup DJ Grants. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we got a hell of a team, man. We got a hell of a team, and we've now figured out our formula. So, you know, everybody that comes to the platform, you know, especially like this issue, Just came out. I'm gonna show y'all that again because I'm gonna promote my shit now. Right. Winging the Issue, man, just came out. My man was there. We had the cast members there. You know, y'all make sure y'all go stream Winging It, man, out on Tubi right now.
Oh yeah.
But y'all go stream that. But I build what I've done with my publication is I learned how to make people see their own value. I'm gonna bring the star out you. When you come to Apex Tour magazine, goddamn it, you a star. You might not know it, but I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you a star because I'm gonna make you shine. I'm gonna make you tap into that thing that's in you. You know what I'm saying? That can't nobody stop it once you tap into that. So that's what I do with the publication, man. And I did this. I'm gonna tell you why I started doing it like that. When we first started, my cousin Eric, he started the magazine up in New York, up in Syracuse, and he brought it down to me in Jacksonville. He had told me at one point, he said, bro, we gonna get our budget up and we gonna pay like T.I. or Boosie or somebody like that to be on our cover. Yeah. And I was like, the first thing I thought of, I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We gonna take the regular. I'm gonna take the regular average motherfucker, and I'm gonna make them the celebrity until the celebrities come to us. And he thought I was playing. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. That's what I did the past 10 years. You know, I've taken people. I take a chick that might she might just started her a dentist. She might be a dentist and just open her first office, right? And starting out slow. She bad though. She bad. I'm like, damn, she bad. Listen, I'm gonna take her. We're gonna put her on the cover of the magazine. We're gonna talk about, her business, this and that. We're gonna pull some of our streams, some of our resources together for some of my other friends in the industry, put some star power behind it. Now she's a star. And she on the cover of my magazine. She didn't have to be anybody anywhere else. I could take her and make her that. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about when you have your own platform. I don't have to sit here and wait for you to credential somebody. Right. And I didn't sit around and wait for nobody to credential me because I ain't have it. So I went and created the credentials. I went and put in the work, paid the dues. You see what I'm saying? So you can do that same thing. That's why my motto is we don't wait for people to validate us. We validate ourselves. Black folk been doing that forever, man. Everything you got is from us. Yeah. Everything that's hot come from us. Yeah. You wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for us. So why the hell is we letting all these people eat off us, man? Right. You ain't gotta let nobody eat off you.
Crazy, man.
You better go get it and do that. Shit, you can make that shit happen.
And stuff like we keep going. This can't fade away, man, because the younger generation coming up, they gotta keep that same mentality until it just starts trending. It still started trending, you feel me? When we realize, and I think they know it too, where they realize, damn, they going independent now. They starting to, break away from us. How we gonna try to reel them back in and crash the economy? Let's do it. Like shit like that, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they man, listen, these folks is showing out. If you look at some of the laws they're implementing and some of they trying to change our currency. Oh, bro. What? Listen, they changed that currency. I'm gonna tell y'all now it's a wrap. Yeah. Because it's a new start. If your currency is strictly digital, that means it can all and will all be manipulated. That means when you look on you like now, when you go to your bank account, you look at your account. They can just delete that. They can just delete that. You know what I'm saying? When you're not doing or saying what my dog Papa Duck, we was talking about, the programmable money. Yeah, listen, man. That everything AI right now, bro. Everything AI. So what I'm teaching, and we gotta keep talking about this, especially those of you that have kids, because I'm on my churn, man, every day on this. Listen, you better learn how to code. You better start learning how to be in that field. Start studying now. Don't let your churn wait. I'm looking at somebody out there. Don't let your churn wait. If you got churn, you better get on them now and have them trying to figure out some type of way they can earn money. Because
definitely
artificial intelligence is here now. Imagine 10 years. My son finna be 15. That means he'll be 25 in 10 years. It won't be no jobs for him. It ain't gonna be no job. They finna have artificial intelligence doing everything. Everything gonna be a freaking cyborg, man. That's where they're going with it.
They taking the jobs now for teenagers, man. Walmart, all that little stuff. That's what they start. They're getting ready.
That's what I'm saying. So they're gonna have these places fully running by artificial intelligence. That means they don't need you. So you can't get no job to make no money to pay for the shit you got to go in there and buy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't making no money, but you still, man. Listen,
if you get caught shoplifting by AI, boy, it's gonna be hard to get away from them.
Who you telling? And you think they ain't gonna use them for that?
Man, come on.
You know they gonna use them robots for that. And man, listen, when I be talking a lot. Listen, when I speak, man, I be speaking to black. I be speaking to black people.
Right, and that's what it's about. You're speaking from the heart, dog. Ain't nothing sensible.
Yeah. I gotta speak to black folk, man. And we gotta keep talking to each other, man, because we don't gotta be worried about if they mad about what the hell we saying. They ain't none of their damn business. We family, we talking to each other. And we know they listening, we know they listening, but we got to stay in communication. All us got to get on the same page, man. And I ain't talking about no kumbaya. Everybody just get together. The people with the right, the people who got it here need to get. You know what I'm saying? The people who are steadily progressive and trying to build and understand what we really up against. Those people need to get, because you don't really need a multitude. You just need a good solid number, a solid group of.
They say all you need is like 10%, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because right now there's a lot of distractions. Social. What's going on social media? There's a lot of distractions. The way they have our algorithms here in America versus how they got them in China. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that, these kids and they got them seeing. So there are a ton of distractions, man. And we got to get focused. Cause I'm going to tell you now, we running out of time to get ownership of something. Cause we don't really own anything. These people buying up everything. So the reason why I go hard for my brand, partnered up with C-Line, Just Right Consulting, Melissa Myers. You know what I'm saying? We're building black-owned brands and then building a unit of black-owned brands. You see what I'm saying? So we can pool our resources and our dollars together, and it's working. It's working. We showing it can be done. We doing it. But we're all doing good business. You see what I'm saying? Like, we ain't out here messing nobody over on the money, no contracts. Right. If you sign a contract, if you draw up a contract or make any type of agreement, you follow in with your end of the deal. You always follow in with your end of the deal. You never fall short. You do what you're contracted to do, and you do what you're obligated to do. That way, you build up a certain credit on your face. My face got. I can make some moves based on my face because of my integrity and how I move with my magazine. Anybody that deal with me, they'll tell you that. But I learned by being shitted by so many people, especially in the music industry. Seeing so many, everybody was just slime ball. I'm like, that slime ball shit ain't never worked. So I'm gonna try to do the good thing. Let me do the right thing.
Yeah.
Let me just do good business and do right by people. Now, when you do that early on, you're gonna get shitted on and shit, but you always keep your karma clear, man. You want to make sure that what you're putting out, that's what you want to get back.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
You start putting out that good shit, it's gonna come back. I'm telling you, it ain't got no choice but to come back. That's the karmic law. So if you doing a bunch of bullshit, people think y'all done got on my nerve. You can't, you out here trying to get over on people because you think nobody ain't catch you. Mm-hmm. But the universe see everything. Well, you got to get that back. That's coming back. So right. You wonder why shit ain't working for you, because you out here, every move you make, you trying to find a way to slip. You trying a way to cut somebody's throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, do good business. Do good business. And I promise you, man, there won't be a thing that can stop you, man. You gonna be too. Your face gonna be so clean. Move right, man. You know, we got to start putting that out on the airways because everybody want to run off on the plug and all kind of shit.
Yeah, that shit.
They want to run off on the plug, man. Man, trying to, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. On each other, you feel me? Because we need each other.
Yes, exactly. So listen, I'm gonna tell you some values that I hold dear and been sticking to. They're all around in the same realm. Minding your goddamn business, staying out the way, and never being a shit starter. Mind your business, stay out the goddamn way, and never be a shit starter. Somebody start the shit with you, you got every right. You have every right to finish it. All right?
Right.
You go start some shit, whatever come to you, boy, you deserve. I don't give a damn what they do to you. You ain't had no business messing with nobody. If you move like that, mind your business, like shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, I'm telling you now, for y'all that like to be on every scene and talking about everybody's business and worry about, you better find you something to worry about, man. Don't worry about nobody else's business. Stop watching other people's pockets. Stop worrying about if you seeing people on social media, they look like they're shining. Listen, I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes, celebrities and all, and they like be tore up. Okay, don't try to keep up with people, man. Just mind your business. Stay out the way. Yeah. Those are the values that I hold dear to, because the reason is this is how you don't attract bad things. You see what I'm saying? Like when you hear something about somebody, like, man, you heard about such man, they was over there the other day. I hear that kind of shit all the time, but I be so happy because I'm like, I don't even know. I didn't even know they were having an argument. I'm never around that kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? I stay out of those situations. And if another thing, if people have shown you who they are, if you continue to deal with them after they done did some bull, you deserve all of it.
That's your fault, for real.
And this is how you avoid really creating any beefs. Because if you know somebody full of shit, then don't fuck with them. Just excuse my language. Don't fuck with them. Just, you know what I'm saying? Instead of complaining about them, don't deal with them. And you want to put yourself in a position where you don't really need them. Like, I can lose this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I go through all that. Because it's not, you may think you're losing something, but you can be very well protecting your brand, your whole essence. Eliminating that bad energy. Eliminate that bad energy. Stay on the good vibes, man. It's hard to do that. Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with a world full of idiots. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody crazy these days. So
staying out the way definitely keep you from even running into it like that. You know what I mean? Like you said, yes, if I'm gonna step out, it's a purpose. I don't pop out like that too much like that, man. The JB.
Bro, listen, when you every time we see each other, it's for a beautiful. When we've seen each other, it's been because we're having a beautiful moment at an event that's lucrative and that's, you know, that's a benefit to everybody. And then we gone until we see each other again at another one. Yep. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got to hang out every day. Like, everybody, y'all listen, y'all ain't got to hang out every day, man. Cause I promise you ain't missing nothing. Our problem, black folk, we swear we missing something. When you at work all week, nigga can't wait to get to the club on the weekend. But you ain't really missing shit, dog. Yo, you know, that goes back to what I was talking about earlier, man. Like with these devices, because you know, people steady trying to, it's almost like everybody, they didn't turn everybody into a content creator. That means all your moments are fake. So when you in these clubs or whatever you doing, everybody just trying to capture a moment on so they can post on social media without actually being and actually doing what they supposed to be interacting with people, but they're not really interacting with people. They just like showing the shit. Yeah, we doing that. Okay, post it. But y'all ain't really interacting with people and shit. Y'all being weird. Like my wife, she would chaperone teenage parties, right? And you know, little dances and shit that my little daughter them be having at Edgewater High School, right? These kids, the girls dance with the girls and the boys standing over by the boys. You remember? I know when we was young, when we had them teenage dance, they had to stop us from grinding on each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was really going and they had to watch us because we was interacting. Florida, you know, but they ain't gonna do that.
Florida, you feel me? That
no, they do weird shit like They see the girl across the room. Instead of going to talk to her, he talking to her, texting and DMing. Man, go talk to her. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that creates. Everything is for, you know, everybody trying to capture a moment for social media, man. Like, and you know what that does? That's for people that don't know how to be alone. That's another. Let me hold on, man. I wish I had DJ Klube on.
Yeah.
You got to know how to be alone, man. You got to know how to be alone and find your goddamn self. You hear me? Find yourself. Figure out who you are. Because if you don't figure out who you are, then you're gonna be too busy trying to be somebody that you're not. That's gonna put you in all kind of situations you don't even need to be in. Because you're trying to be somebody you ain't. So now you over here doing this dumb shit.
Yeah.
When you shouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? Man, so you definitely want to, yeah, man. Like you gotta learn how to be alone, man. Learn how to be alone and talk. Listen, Michael Jackson said this shit in the 80s. He said, "I'm starting with the man in the mirror." That's the way the world will be a better place. Because the problem is everybody be pointing their finger at everybody else. Nobody want to be accountable for their bullshit. Nobody want to be accountable. You don't do nothing wrong. Listen, you start in that mirror. Once you learn how to check yourself, man, you'll be flawless in the way you move. Because you don't want to move with ill intent. You always want to have you want to have good intentions when you moving. This way you're gonna attract that. Yeah, you're gonna come across some bullshit, but then you can sidestep that because you got so much good shit coming in that you just, you know what I'm saying, block that eye, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. You know, so you want to check yourself. Start with the man or the woman in the mirror, and that way you can move and be in clear conscious of how you moving, man. And then when somebody bring the bullshit to you, you'll be able to detect it, and it makes you calmer in how you move, man. Because when people have ill intentions, you know, they can project things. They gonna think you got ill intentions, so I'm gonna try to screw him for them motherfuckers screw me. Right. You know, listen, right. Man, you can rid yourself of all that shit if you just check yourself and move with good intentions with everything you do. Don't never try to be moving out here trying to find a way to get over. Now there's a difference between being a shrewd businessman and understanding that your bottom line matters, and being out here moving crazy like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can go all night, man. Like I be dropping game in this bitch all night, bro.
It's a real game with her, man.
Listen, I thank you for there's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? Us linking up to do this, man. Yeah. And the city, we gotta stick together, man. I've been seeing a lot of I hear and see a lot of conversations about the hip hop scene here in Orlando. I don't really say much because I did that. I was on that scene 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I done went on tour. I went on tour with we did the Rock the Vote tour back in the days, man. David Banner, Fiend, the Puff Daddy tour. I did show with Immature, B2K, I done did a lot, and I was in that industry, man. And I see some of the same conversations.
When you were growing up, like what you were listening to, what inspires you, what made you even jump into the rap game?
Shit, man. I don't even know. I thought I was a singer at first, which I did wind up. I wound up doing that too. I was a rapper and / singer. I was doing a lot of them the way niggas harmonize. I was doing that years ago. Anybody that know about my music know that. But I started writing. Man, I started writing music when I was like 10 years old because I was writing songs. I was listening to R&B songs like R. Kelly songs and trying to sing them, and I started writing the songs. I would write the lyrics down. So what I started doing, I was writing the lyrics. I was like, man, hold up, maybe I could write my own lyrics, and that's how I started doing it. You know what I'm saying? I just started writing the lyrics down to other songs, and I was one of the only, like, let's say 92, 93. 93 was the year that Wu-Tang came out with Into the 36 Chambers. I was like one of the only dudes from the South listening to Wu-Tang. You see what I'm saying? Like, anybody, I used to listen to Wu-Tang, of course, Redman, OGC, Helter Skelter, Duck Down. I can go through all that. And I was on Ball and G, Outkast. I just knew how to Cypher, you know, I had a big open mind for music really early on, and niggas used to clown me for that. Cause they be like, "Man, you listen to that New York shit." Yeah. But look, Wu-Tang is a legendary group now. I remember they used to laugh at me for listening to that shit. They legends now.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? I knew that then. So what would happen was when I started rapping initially, it was all about lyricism with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know, because I wasn't really no street dude. I was more like, it was more lyricism, and then like kind of like that Bow Wow type deal. Like, but I went at the females, so I got popular with the ladies. I wasn't known for no street shit. I wasn't on the street shit. I was just like real lyrical. I was from the hood, but real lyrical. You know what I'm saying? And I can rap really fast like Twister. You know what I'm saying? I did all that. Anybody that know, they know. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what got me into it. You know, I just started when I started getting into different types of music other than what we just had in the South. I took interest in it, and very early on. So when I was rapping, I was going to the studio. I was like, my mom and dad signed my first contract when I was like 13 years old. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just knew these grown ass fools. Yeah. Fred and them, M2K Records, Overdose Entertainment. I could, man, you know how many record labels I done been with in Orlando? But back in the days, bro, like, you know, so I was really young. And the thing is, I didn't know I was that gifted. But, you know, when the hood found out about it, they started putting me on and they started putting me in the studio. And I would do these one takes, bro. Yeah, just you know what I'm saying. Dropping. I remember some of my verses.
Don't want takes either, bro. Don't want takes.
But listen, let me tell you, as a 11, 12, 13-year-old kid, when I'm in the booth, because back then it was ADATs. It wasn't none of this digital shit. It was ADATs. When that 2-inch tape got the rolling,
you couldn't mess up.
Yeah, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, when I went and dropped them verses, I would look through the booth window and see all these grown dudes like, and so to me, I'm like, okay, well, damn, these niggas love this shit. So I started, man, I was in the studio. Anybody, Red Dog, legendary Red Dog from Orlando, he'll let you know. Granddaddy South, all of them let you know. I was a kid, bro. Yeah. I was a kid in there. I used to be at Diamonds, 14 years old, when Diamond was over there by Magic Mall, running around the club, disco on the mic, like, man, who jit this is in here, man? Yeah. Who jit that is? You don't know I'm finna perform. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I did this shit a long time ago, man. Back in the days, Studio 54 days when Studio 54 was on TV.
Orlando music scene was popping back then for real, bro. Now I grew up in the 90s, so the era I grew up, I remember like when the big movement was going on, where it was they had the radio station going, they had Mad Music.
91.7.
They had this shit at the Washington Shore Shopping Center. I was a jit. I'm gonna tell you how I was in the music, bro. So same age range, like you say, you feel me? My brother put me up on game a lot of music, you feel me? So I had a assorted, you know, variety of artists I listen to, because they have people from up north, Bone Thugs, they had all the collections.
Yeah.
Limited Master P turned me on, like.
I would say later. I would say around solo 2000, about 2002, 2001, 2002, because like 2001, no, 2002 I did 2 albums. I think I did 2 albums because I did my first album, the Wake Up Call. Now I did the Wake Up Call by myself. Yeah. And the reason why the album was called the Wake Up Call is because I had been with Mad Face Records, Overdose Entertainment. I had been with M2K Records. I'm trying to think of the other labels. I had been on all these labels, and I was one of the, you know, I was always the best. I was always the best, like one of the best rappers, artists they had. But we would do all this music, but they would never put the fucking music out. Like, we'll never get the song records will never drop. Even when we had other major labels interested, these guys just didn't know the way they was too busy trying to be artists, and they was messing up money and all this stuff. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna do my own album. And they kept telling me I had to wait, and I was like, no. That's when I ran into Kevin Casa. I ran into shout out to Kevin Casa, man. I ran into Kevin Casa because I had my management had hooked up me a deal with this R&B group called So Wet. this was around the time of B2K, you know what I'm saying, and them guys like that. So we got the R&B record. Me, I'm on the commercial, you know, with the commercial flow. Like I had the real commercials. I had the look, they had long hair, all that. So we did that, and that's when I met Kevin Costner. And he, you know, because he had did the beat for him. And I checked out some of his beats, man, and I was like, dude, your beats are raw. He was like, nah, I ain't never really had nobody rapping on my beats. Yeah. And I'm like, why, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. I said, shit, I'm finna work on the album. How about you do the beats, and you know, we'll see what we can come up with. Bro, he gave me, I did 12 songs. He did 10. He did 10 of them. I think it was 9 or 10 of the records. You know what I'm saying? And I put together my album. Now, mind you, I had Overdose records, all these Mad Face records, all these labels telling me I had to wait, that I couldn't do it. All the while, I was using go back to what I was saying earlier. I had them figured out and made relationships in the industry to where I can go do this myself. I don't even need y'all niggas to, you know what I'm saying, talk for me no more or be my management no more, because y'all messing up every deal coming my way. So I just started doing it myself, and that's how I did the album, The Wake Up Call. I even got a song called The Wake Up Call, and I'm talking about it on the record. I'm going in on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I called it The Wake Up Call because, like, y'all niggas told me I couldn't do it. I'm doing it, bitch. Here go my album. You see what I'm saying? And I dropped that, and then the second that I got signed to So What Records. Daryl Lofton was the CEO of So What Records. We was on the cover. We was one of the first on the cover of the Ozone magazine. Y'all go back and look at the Ozone magazine 2002. Yeah, we was on the cover. You know what I'm saying? We was at So What Records. That's when I put out the Knuckle Up era. Anyway, yeah, I dropped that second album that year. So that was really 2002 was really like the breakout year that really opened up a lot of doors for me.
Yeah. Nah, that's what it is, man. What was the business like for you at that time?
Oh, man.
Promo.
Yeah. Listen. So what we did was when what got me signed to So What Records, I tried to press up my own little CDs, man. I just got I had this little chick I was with. You know, we burnt our own little CDs and put the little names of the songs on it, and I was selling them hand to hand myself. Yeah. And they got in the hands of Jeff Skeet, Jailbird, and he got it over to the big homie Pound over at So What Records. He called a bunch of us artists out to the out to the studio, and you know, we signed the deal right then. Everybody was solo artists. It was me, P Knuckles, K Lee, B Long, and White Boy Logic at the time. And we dropped 4 albums, and we dropped 4 albums in one day. But this was how Pound ran it at So What. He gave you the dope, bro. Let me tell you what this man did. This man pressed up all our albums. He got everything published. He did all that. He did all our album covers. I was just looking for the damn poster. Yeah. He did everything. He paid for all the production. Kevin Costner did some of my second album as well. We had Deacon, Leonard Ellington. He was doing tracks. D-Rug then was in there doing beats. We was putting all this music together. He pressed everything up. And when he did that, bro, he called us to the studio. He called everybody to the studio. Yeah. You got a bunch of CDs with your name on it, with your album on it. You got CD covers. You got jewel cases, and you got posters. Yeah. What you gonna do? Listen, I got the bagging up that dope, bro. Bagging up putting all the CDs together, getting all the posters together, all that. We did all that. We had a tour bus and everything. So we rolled around on the tour bus. Bro, do you believe when we dropped them 4 albums on that first day and he called me to the studio, do you know I was the only artist to show up, bro? None of them dudes showed up to come put their shit together. So naturally, I got my album. I had some of that shit. He was like, nigga, we selling all that. I was doing consignment deals with like hood stores and shit like that. I going out, hey, selling the CD for $10. You get $3 or $4 off each unit that you sell. You know, doing consignment deal. Yeah, we was putting in work. We was doing the numbers ourselves. We was on a real independent grind. So doing that, you know, of course, doing underground radio, White Boy Pizzle, DJ Monte, all them 91.7. I took over that show a couple times. A matter of fact, I had a couple Baby Lack show. I did the intro for Baby Lack show. Yeah, I did the intro for White Boy Pizzazz show. I did the intro for DJ Monte show. Like we was really bubbling and making some noise. You know what I'm saying? So 2002 definitely was the year that it was pivotal for me. It was great times, man, because the music was different back then, man. Like, you know, you really have to be killing the nigga too heavy, man. I was lyrical and I gave it to the ladies, man.
Man,
I loved it.
Around that time, you know, City gotta know about when Trill dropped records and stuff, man. Even when they dropped the West, when nobody
listen. Yeah, shout out to Terry and them and shit, man. Them my people, man. You know, them was some good time, boy, with that West Orange County, boy.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good time, man. Shout out to all the dope artists, man, from back in the days, man. Killer Gorilla, Red Dog, Ran Out of South. You know, Chubby Rail. Shout out to big homie Chubby Rail. You know, I was back then, bro, with all them.
Like that make you, if you know about that time, that make you be proud to really be from the city.
Yeah, I know. I've been around so long, man, that I know all of us. I know Dog, man. We all been doing this shit for a long time, and you know, we had our issues because we was growing up. We all grew up together and doing this shit. Yeah. So we everybody had their little issues, and the in hood beefs and nigga did a nigga wrong and all that. Yeah. But a lot of us are still around, man, and we all got love for each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been doing it for G Money. Shout out to G Money. Word on the street, man. G Money been putting down for a long time. These are some OGs around here, man. That that, and that's how far back I go. You know what I'm saying? I started out early as a kid in it. So that, like we was talking about behind the scenes, that is what kind of drew the magazine to me, because the magazine, the dope story behind the magazine is my cousin. He started it. He was up there in New York getting that money, trying to find something to clean up some bread with. So he brought me on board because he knew that I hadn't been in that industry. So it'd be good to bring me on board, but he just didn't stick around, when it got time for that grunt work, like I told you, that don't nobody be want to do that shit. I had to teach myself how to build a website. I literally had to teach myself everything because I had just got out of prison, bro. I ain't know nothing about no damn social media. I just was getting on here to try to holler at some. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a club when I got out of prison. I got me a club real quick in Georgia, probably about 2-3 weeks out of prison. Yeah. And then I got me a car wash in Jacksonville. The car wash was bamming, you know what I'm saying? But when I started doing, when he brought me on to this, it was just inevitable because I couldn't let it go. He let it go. And you could be watching, you let it go. Mm. And it was up to me to either grab it and run with it or let it go. And I took it and I run with it. I ran with it, and I've been running with that bitch for the past this the 10th year, but 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Pretty much, I did the 9 years straight by myself. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. You do anything for 10 years straight, you're gonna see some type of, some type of success. You're gonna see something, because 10 years is long enough to go through all the BS you got to go through, to make all the mistakes you need to be making, and learning and figuring and positioning yourself, really understanding the skill that you have. Once you really understand it, you really understand your value, and you done made all the mistakes, all the bumps and bruises, you still gonna keep making them, but now you know better. You know how to move, and you know how to present yourself. Like, I remember when there was a time when people, if I talk to you about my magazine, you think you could talk your way into it. Like, I had dudes telling me early on, like, hey, man, if you put me in your magazine, everybody gonna see me in it. They gonna come. You know how many times I feel for that shit? I fell for that shit early on a few times, and I know better now. Cause now I don't need that, but I figured it out. I was like, you know what, man, ain't nigga be lying. So what? I'm just gonna have to, set out to do what I said I was gonna do. So instead of trying to get those certain people to work with me, I started working with the people that wanted to work. I'm gonna say that one more time. I started working with the people that wanted to work. So it didn't matter if you had a name or not. We finna create your name because we finna do this shit together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We gotta keep waiting on them. No, let's not wait on them. Let's work together and we're gonna do the shit and we're gonna act just like them. Like, nigga, we big too. You know what I'm saying? Until we get to that point to where they ain't got no choice but to respect you and whatever it is you do. Because that's why it's great for me to have a magazine, because with my magazine I can touch all industries. I didn't want to listen. I love music. I got music notes and shit on my face, but I don't want everything to be about rap. Everything can't be about rap, bro. Because even though I did it, y'all, I don't rap no more. And I'm gonna tell you why. Just like when I was young and I had them braids in my hair, everybody know I was the first one doing all the crazy hairstyles and stuff. When everybody started growing braids, I cut my shit off immediately. I was like, hell no, I will not be part of the trend. Y'all, I've been doing this. So with music, I had been doing it. And it ain't what it was, man. It ain't what it was. And I don't want no parts of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all can have it. And I'll deal with the artists. I deal with artists and give my expertise and help them build. You know, they're artists that can tell you that, you know, work with my magazine and they're all satisfied. But that was an avenue to get me to talk to the people that you really need to talk to. Like when I spoke about a dentist earlier, you got to go get your teeth fixed. There are black dentists, you know, there are black engineers. Paul Clark is one that owns C-Line. Everybody ain't no damn rapper. So the thing, what I like to do is I bring the rappers in the room with the people like that. So we all can get an understanding like how we can utilize your star power to you see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. That's why I do have performances at my events. But you know, you see the people, whoever they on the cover, we're gonna interview them, we're gonna talk about the businesses that's there. Everybody gonna get their shine. We ain't nobody getting left in the dark. And that's the thing. People be wanting to have spaces where they can shine certain people. And, you know, everybody, you know, that y'all can feel like y'all above certain people. If you're in the room with me, then you got a certain skill set. I don't want your ass in there if you don't have one or you ain't acting on it. So when we get in this room together, everybody needs to get some light on it because everybody ain't here somebody. You know, everybody ain't here somebody.
Yeah. I came as a podcaster. I ain't say nothing about music. I don't think I ever said nothing about music that time. And I was just like, bro, I'm just strictly here for the one thing.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, man. But it always works out when you get that different type of energy, because you can have a room full of rappers that'll turn into a bunch of competition. That's what that's gonna wind up happening. If it's a bunch of rappers, and you know, it's gonna turn into a bunch of competition. But the thing is, if you got rappers in the room, you got actors in the room, and you got people, somebody that got a skincare product in the room, you see what I'm saying? Now everybody, we can all we can all trade and barter each other's resources and meet certain people that you probably wouldn't have met if you was in a room full of goddamn rappers.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? And this open up avenues for you. You never know who you can meet, man, and network and do big things with and create things. We sit around and create value. We work together and create something that we can monetize.
Straight up.
What else are we doing? God damn it, I'm 41 years old. You want to hang out? I don't want to hang out. I want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
I done did a lot of hanging out already from the age in the 13 to like, but before I left that bit, cause my mentality, like my first time leaving Florida, I still was like, you know, having that young mind and like, I'm from Florida, I'm in Virginia, man. Y'all too slow up here.
Man, I already know. Bro. I done did that before. I went back up to Georgia with that. You know what I'm saying? I went back up to, you know, but them boys don't play up there either. They showed me that. They don't play up there. You can't, you know what I'm saying? They showed me. But I remember I was like that too. Because we didn't understand it, but we moved faster than what people thought we did down here in Florida. We always move a little faster than what they thought we did. That's why and I know Lil Duval do this all the time, but a lot of the slang and terminology that people use these days, a lot of that shit come from Florida. I noticed niggas in New York is saying jit not. You know that where that came from.
Man, I know where jit came from. I know that don't even probably sound.
When I be hearing these niggas from everywhere else saying that, I be like, bro, these niggas don't even know it.
They probably sound a little New Yorker.
Yeah, everybody be saying it now. But even twerking, the word twerking, bro, we were saying that twerking meant to fuck. That's what it meant. The dance didn't come along until Yin Yang song. Twins did a song called "Whistle While You Twerk." Yeah. But when he was saying "Whistle While You twerk meant to fuck. He meant whistle while you fuck. But they was twerking their ass in the video, so that's what associated twerking with shaking your ass. That's how that happened. You see what I'm saying? But when we said twerk some, that meant fuck some. That was twerk some. It didn't mean shake your ass. Shake your ass on me. You see what I'm saying? So now the whole world saying they twerking, they dancing, they twerking. They don't even know the origins of it. That shit come from Florida, man.
Nah, for real.
I'm trying to tell y'all, you should be proud to be from Florida. Be proud, man, because we got a heavy influence on the world, on the low. And they might not want to get it to us, but
Uncle Luke was just an era by itself alone. For real.
Man, listen. And early, that was what? Shit, late 80s, right? Late 80s, early 90s?
That bit,
yeah, early on. He was the main one. Uncle Luke, the reason why there's a parental advisory on your you remember the parental advisory? Yeah. Because them boys was going in, man.
Straight up.
We got a rich history down here, man. We got a rich history in Florida. And if you from Florida, I know they say we crazy because it is crazy down here. Charlamagne stay on the Breakfast Club talking about, you know what I'm saying, all the crazy people come. Yeah, it's crazy as fuck down here. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. We was groomed in it, so we know how to spot it. You know, you just got to stop coming down here thinking this just a tour, especially Orlando. Well, y'all come down here thinking.
Y'all
come down here thinking y'all coming to a tour.
They from Disney now, like, bro. Growing up in West Orlando, like I told you, when I ran into you, I'm like, man, the neighborhood is so close, and we predominantly all in one section. Like, and it's like we say West Orlando for a reason, because it's like that's what all us at. When you speak of East Side, it's like, we speak of East Side with Chico,
more than Chico.
Yeah, so it's really not this side. It's like I'm letting you know I'm from this.
How it is on me over there. Yeah, we from the West Side. I mean, shit, that's where it at. Over here, Pine Hill, all that over here. Mercer Drive, all that on the west, man. And man, damn, you see what they doing? You see what they doing out? You know what I'm saying? You see what they do at the Orange Center? They didn't change everything up, bro. You ride down Orange Center now, man. It's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it's
Orange Manor used to be. Yeah, I remember them Orange Manor days, nigga. Ooh. But y'all don't know, man. Listen, we'll never get those days back.
Even kind of by Mercer, I remember like you going back to Elite Road, like they got a lot of stuff going that way too.
Yeah, man. But I'm thankful, man. I left Orlando for a minute, man. I had enough, and I moved to Jacksonville. So shout out to Duval County. That's my second home. I got churn up there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville really. Listen, Jacksonville really showed love. Like, let me tell you how different Jacksonville was to me. When I first got to Duval, when I met my bro them from the north side, Drop and Little, all them dudes, they was listening to artists, right? And they was bumping these niggas. They nephew, all these cats from Duval, and I didn't know who they was. And they used to tell me who they was, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that's the nigga that was that dog." I was so elated about how they would ride around and listen and bump their actual artists from their city music. Because Brian here in Orlando, it wasn't like that. Niggas didn't really want to bump your shit because you was from the O, so they didn't want to bump it. You know, you kind of had to really get a buzz going for niggas to start bumping it. You know what I'm saying? But when I got to Jacksonville, man, these dudes, they show their artists love, man. That's why you see a lot of them dudes taking off now. Yeah. You know, in the industry. So I I got a lot of support when I went up there, bro. When I went to Duval, I ain't know nobody.
Yeah.
Bro, everything I did, they supported. I was like, God, everything. I had a car wash. Bro, I'm telling you, even when I first started the magazine, I was living in Jacksonville. I brought it down here to Orlando. Duval, man, they opened the doors for me. Bro, I didn't even know what I had. I was getting media passes and I would get like the media passes to go backstage or come to certain events, and I didn't even know what I was doing. It just through them knowing that I had a magazine, they would let me in. And I'm in there, bro. I'm around all these people. This is before I knew what I know now. I'm around all these people, and I'm just tripping like, man, how the fuck I got in here?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I was doing that in Jacksonville, and I was getting so much love in Jacksonville that I forgot how it be when you in your city, right? So I moved back down here with the magazine. Bro, that had to be one of the stupidest goddamn ideas ever. Because I came down here and forgot that I'm from here.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to support your ass where you from. So I had to put in a lot of work, man, to get and go over a lot of these dudes' heads around here to get to where I am with this publication. Because I forgot, dog. Jacksonville was showing so much love. I forgot when you be where you from like that.
Yeah. And that ain't even no shade to the city, because that's like, it seems like it's universal, but that's an internal problem. It's an internal problem we got with ourselves. You feel me? Like as a culture.
Yeah.
I hear people in Atlanta state, being from Atlanta, you know, even though it look like what it look like, they don't get that support like that. It be cliquish.
Nah, man. You know, that's why most dudes, you know, they move out of their city, man. And when they take off like that, man, you know, you gotta move a little different, man. But at this point now, where I am now, the city know what it is. You know, the city know about the magazine. Everybody know, they respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful that I don't have any restrictions. I'm not restricted to Orlando.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, first time we met, we was in Atlanta, you know, for my event. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't have to, now I don't got to sit down and sit around and be like,
you know what I'm talking about?
Because my next event, I'm trying to figure out what city I'm going to do it in. Because I just did one here. I'm like, man, shit, I don't know. I'm looking into other venues. You see what I'm saying? That's the point you want to get to, where you can go over their head, you know. But I really would like to see the city at a point where we ain't even got it. We could do it here because we got so much here. You know what I'm saying? We got some hitters here, man. I mean, we got D-boys, we got loose cannon takeoffs, we got cut 'em Reese's. You know what I'm saying? We got some hitters in the city, man. That's making solid music, man. And I think that we just got to keep linking up. I don't know how niggas is moving. I deal with each artist, like the guys I named, on an individual basis. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a certain relationship. So when you're dealing with Apex Couture magazine, there's like, I don't lean more towards nobody. I'm here to build with everybody. And I got my own relationship with each artist. I know Loose Cannon. I know D-Boy. I done rocked out with Cut 'em Reese. I done rocked out with a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, through my publication, and we all locked in. Tight with Slip and Slide Records, man. I've been writing articles on Tight since 2014, 2015, something like that. And when he was first starting out, now he's signed to Slip and Slide Records. He's doing his thing, and when we meet, it's love. You see what I'm saying? There are a lot of people. Those people I told you about early on, the people that I said I was going to see that they'll start, and right now you might not be it, but we going to work together and we going to make you it. A lot of them people are now celebrities, literally. That's why for my 10th year celebration edition that I'm doing, I'm going to have a lot of them, you know, they're going to talk about their stories from working with Apex Couture magazine. Yeah. We got Jordan Pauline. Y'all look up Jordan Pauline on Instagram. 1.4 million followers right now. I've been interviewing her since she was on the cover of my magazine in 2018. Yeah, I've been working on her since like 2016, something like that. Right now, this woman got 1.4 million followers. I remember when she barely had any, and I knew she was a star. I'm like, I know she'll start. When you do that, when them people reach that level, they never forget you. So when I reach out, I'm like, yo, I need you to come tap in with me for the like, yo, anything you need.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And you build good relationships, do good business.
Do
man.
right by
Don't
people, like you said.
bad taste in people's mouth about you in no business.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, man. Like, I don't understand why people can't. Everybody got to be trying to scam. Bro, you can do good business. You ain't got to scam nothing, man. You can do good business and actually be, succeed at it. They don't like to show you that. They like to make you think everything a damn scam, and everybody be trying to cut corners so much. But don't nobody want to put in no damn work. Y'all gonna have to work. You gonna have to work.
Stay
you don't want to work.
Got it down, bro. Even creating this
find something to do.
Platform, bro. We over a year in now. You feel me? 4 seasons. Like in the beginning, we had the idea, but now it's like, bro, we got the formula. We know what's going on. But
yes, sir.
Like
yes, sir.
had a lot came involved though too, because we dedicated ourselves. Got to continue doing. I mean, the people there is a day for most. Man, bro, but it just stand down, bro, until it just keep evolving.
Stand down. And man, I don't know nothing else. I don't know how to do nothing else, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's really what. That's why when you asked me earlier, who am I outside of what I do? It's like that. Yeah. This is all I do. You know what I'm saying? This is all I do. You know what I'm saying? Like we constantly building. Shout out to Melissa Myers. We she got Just Right Consulting, coming off a good campaign run, a career training facility, nonprofit, food shelter joint. You can get your food and shit. The food distribution, live scan fingerprinting. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. That's Black owned, Black run. You want it to be Black owned and Black run, because everything that look Black owned don't be Black owned, and it definitely don't be Black run. And when it ain't Black run, it's gonna be the worst of the worst. When you look at these publications and you see how they portray us, that's because they don't know no other way to be, man. If you give these people the power to control your narrative, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make you niggas look as bad as possible. They're gonna shit on us all the time. Meanwhile, sucking all of the resources and all the energy, all the life out of us. Because we're the ones who putting them in a position to where they can have these type of platforms. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find out about a lot of stuff they talk about through headlines and stuff like that. And I've said it. I said it years ago, and I still mean the same thing. I'm not gonna be working with. I'm not gonna be doing any business with none of them, as long as they're doing that, because I've had offers from major publications come along and say, hey, we wanna rock with you, but I found out that all of them are owned and run by the same parent companies, right? Just like how BET is owned by Viacom, which is owned by National Amusements, which is owned by Sherry Redstone, right? I just gave y'all some information. Go to my website, and I got an article written up that breaks down who owns BET. And people first, they go to Viacom. But Viacom has a parent company, and Viacom's parent company is National Amusements, who owns all the programming you watch is run by like one motherfucker or 3 companies. Like, they all oversee all this. So you're looking at Comedy Central, and BET are both Viacom. You see what I'm saying? They're all the same people. So they're all going to have a certain narrative about us, right? This is why they don't want you to be able to own no big networks like that. Because if you do that, then you take a lot of that power away from them, because you get to show who we really are, which that's coming out now. You can't stop that. Yeah, that's actually happening. But they have to propagandize the hell out of us, boy. So they ain't gonna stop, even though you can blatantly call whatever they say a lie. Right? They still gonna say it, and they still gonna do it. They're not gonna stop. They're They're never gonna not be that way. That's how they gonna be when they dealing with us. So now that we know this, we have to move accordingly. We can't try to get these people to change who they are, man. I'm pointing at somebody. Y'all better stop trying to get these folks, and y'all know the folks I'm talking about. I'm trying to, clean it up from a dog podcast.
Yeah.
Them people ain't gonna change. They been like that. They gonna always be like that towards your black ass. They ain't gonna never change. We know. Okay, you got that? They ain't gonna never change. So now that we know that, won't you move accordingly? And you got to build something for yourself, because they ain't gonna give it to you. They trying to take it all from. They took it all. We are at the lowest of the man financially.
Shit.
We at the bottom of the totem pole, man.
Man,
It ain't getting no better.
Anderson put it out there, man. He told us how we socially structured, and
Yeah, he did. He been telling for years.
Socially engineered. Ain't nothing under the sun. You feel me? Like, people just gotta. And then at the end of the day, everybody got a choice. So when you make your choice and make your decision, it's like you chose to do that. You chose to participate. You had a choice.
You gotta hold yourself accountable. You gotta help. Man, listen. I heard Dick Gregory say, he was talking about. I think he was talking about going to Vegas or going somewhere. And he said, if you tell yourself, when you tell yourself no, you can't do something, you just told trillions of cells in your body that you can't do something. Now you ain't finna be able to do it. You got, man, I'm gonna tell you how powerful it is. I love talking to myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself, nigga, this is what you gonna do. You're gonna do this week. I have an outline, I got it on my calendar. I write things down now. I make everything I do with a purpose. It's always calculated. That's why I can say anytime you see me, I'm there for a reason. I ain't just there hanging out. I'm there for a reason, and it's been scheduled and it's been calculated. And I done looked myself in the mirror and told myself what I'm gonna do. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all again, stop telling everybody your damn business on social media. Oh, I just started this, and I just got some good news today. I'm finna tell. Hey, listen, keep it to yourself. Let that shit just show. If you got some news coming up, be patient. Wait for it to actually happen so you can be like, boom, it happened. Because when you put it out there, all they're going to do is they're going to try to put the bad energy on it. Don't even give them, man, listen, I just do shit. I don't tell nobody nothing. I love that. You ain't even finna know what's finna happen because I'm just going to do it. So you ain't got no chance to say, well, nah, bro, you can't do that. No, I'm actually doing it. You can take a seat, come on in. Enjoy yourself, because the show done started, nigga. You couldn't. I ain't give you no opportunity to stop it.
Straight up.
Or try to stop
it. Your greatest strength.
You know what? Being able to bring people together from different fields, as I was talking about earlier. Being able to bring people from different industries together. Being able to be in those rooms. Being able to have a conversation. I can be street and I can be corporate. When you're able, I can sit here and I can intellectually break things down to you, but then I can also go back to the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. When you're able to do that, it gives you the best of both worlds, because if you're in one world, you can be shut out of the other one. Those worlds need each other. So if you can go on both sides, man, being able to go on both sides, the amount of opportunities I get, because I get respect in both sides, right? So that offers me opportunity to where I can bring to that side. And there are people on this side that can't go over here. I'm gonna bring you over here, but I'm gonna show you how it move over here, so you can know how to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you meet some people, and they're gonna show you this and this. They know you got this skill. Man, people don't understand how how much those networks and networking, how powerful that is. So one of my greatest strengths has been bringing different intellectual minds together under one umbrella, and everybody power out. I was doing this when I was rapping, bro. The reason why a lot of my music wasn't getting put out by the labels is because they was all rivals, and I was working with them all. They didn't like each other, but all of them wanted me, right? So I they wouldn't this label wouldn't like when I done went on when I was working with them, but I was like, yo, why we beefing with them niggas? We supposed to be featuring, dropping hot. It was about the music with me. I'm going over there dropping bars, and they like, we love him. Now we want to do an album on him. So now they all don't like each other. But when I left Orlando, I found out all these dudes was working together. And I came back and I said, the common denominator between all y'all niggas was me. Y'all didn't like each other, but y'all all knew of each other in working because I was working with all y'all. So I'm still doing the same thing, but now I have a magazine, a publication where I can do it how I want without somebody saying, nah, nigga, you can't do it. We don't fuck with them, nigga. You can't tell me who you want. I don't do that at Apex Couture. Nigga ain't done nothing to me, then we can work. We can work. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bad reputation, I can see that from afar. Because if you do bad business, that travels. People gonna know. They're gonna know, and it'll be backed up with some kind of evidence. Then you know who not to mess with. But yeah, I ain't with that. I ain't never been on that, man. Like, I can work with you. Let's work. Let's make it happen, man. If you do have any beefs or anything going on with people, I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Apex Couture magazine is the drama-free zone, have always been. That's why everybody love rocking with me, because I don't give a damn about that. We ain't coming to talk about that.
Yeah,
counterproductive.
Everybody be trying to use that to come up of a story. Let me be the one to get this about this going on between whatever. Like, nah, man, that ain't.
I don't get involved with none of that, bro.
Yeah,
I don't get involved. When you come on my show, if you do an interview with Apex Couture magazine, behind the scenes, I'm gonna tell you first. Like a lot of celebrities, I see what you got going on with such and such, but we're not gonna talk about that. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about everything but that. And that's what they love. They feel a relief before we start recording. They're like, oh my God, thank you, because I'm sick of people asking me about that. I'm like, nah, we ain't talking about that shit. We're gonna talk about all the good shit you got going on. And I built my brand off doing that, interviewing in this industry. With a lot of celebrities that they know that's what they know me for. We're gonna focus on all the good stuff you got going on. I don't want to talk about no drama, none of that, unless you bring it up and you want to address it.
Or were there any roadblocks along the way? And if so, how did you persevere through these situations?
Oh, there were many roadblocks, man. That's all the first, man, my first 6 years, man, 7 years, shit, nothing but roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? Because you're having to you have to create your value. That's why I keep saying that, because at first you don't really have no value. So when people see you, they're not going to take you serious. They'll try to find a way to use you. You know what I'm saying? And that was, like I said, a lot of time people would tell me if I do this, I was doing free work for people, like camera work, writing up all these articles, putting them in my magazine. That took a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of work, and I took a lot of L's like that, but I'm glad I did, because I learned. And those were a lot of the stumbling blocks, man. And funding, not having any capital, and having an idea to present, being a convicted felon. Like, you can't go in my background and see no schooling, nigga. I learned that shit on my own. I learned a lot when I was in prison. I studied business, speaking, and writing. I studied the 4 levels to corporate change. I did that on my own. Man, school, I didn't do good in school. Y'all know, everybody who went to school with me, y'all know I got my ass kicked out. You know what I'm saying? But I was always intelligent, because I always wanted to teach myself, because I knew what they was teaching us in school. I used to get kicked out because when they would say something I know was historically inaccurate, I would challenge them. Like, that's bullshit. And they're like, get out of here, Antoine. Yeah, I get out. I don't even want to be in here, because y'all teaching that bullshit. I don't want, so I wouldn't advise nobody to do that. But, I always wanted to scratch the surface and find the real information. I love information. That's why podcasting is great, because there's information. I like good information. Y'all don't understand how important information is. That's why these people spend trillions and trillions of dollars to make sure you don't have information. They don't want you to have this. They don't want you to know these things.
Man, they don't want you to be self-educating yourself. They want you to follow that indoctrination.
Follow that indoctrination. And when you go outside of that, you can become you become a threat. You know what I'm saying?
This is supposed to be a free country though, right? Shit,
Oh yeah, it should. If you man, there's enough information out right now for you, everybody to know what's really going on.
Yeah,
so that's why I say at this point, we don't have to beat around it, and we know what these folk got going on. They blatant with it. They're not really hiding anything.
Right.
So we have to move accordingly, man. So the information back to that, information is key. You want it. I have conversations with people when I'm working in this industry, working in the fashion industry, working at Sea Line, right? We exchange information with people, and people will. You see their eyes light up because they just learned something. They're like, wow, well, I ain't know that. Or they teach you something. You're like, oh, I ain't know I could do that. So I can bust this move like that. And it's crazy how a lot of stuff, the reason why we be in the position we in, because we just don't know shit. It's certain things we don't know. There are city council meetings every week in your neighborhood, but you don't know. You don't go to them. And there's something wrong in your neighborhood that you could be addressing with these people, but you don't never go to the city council meeting. You never some white folk in there, a couple might be a couple old black people, but they're addressing these issues. You don't know about it though. So if you have that information, it's public, but they don't promote it. Imagine if you had that information and you could go address these issues. Find out the city council meeting in your neighborhood and go and voice your concerns. If we show up on them, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say that's some information you might not know. You know what I'm saying? You find these things out, and once you start uncovering certain things and getting certain information, you could move different, and you could be like, oh shit, I could have been doing this. There's a lot of money and a lot of situations that we're not afforded because we don't even know. And the only thing we know is some goddamn twerking on Instagram or somebody beefing or some rapper then. Somebody got shot. We know all the dumb shit, but all the pertinent information we don't know. You want to get the information in. These podcasts and my platform and stuff like that is the way that we can give this information.
Most definitely. The way today has the learning experience for you as an empire.
Say that again.
You get him?
Say it. Yeah, say it. I can hear you now. I didn't hear you the first time.
Where you are today, like what has your learning and the empire, the brand?
My learning experience. Kind of freezing up.
Empire with Apex Couture. Hold on. You hear me?
Yeah, because I'm catching bits and pieces of the question.
Oh yeah. Now, just like with your on your journey, your learning experience, like as an empire with Apex Couture.
On my journey.
Yeah, like what's your learning experience been like?
Learning from mistakes and learning from other people's mistakes. Like you can learn from other people's mistakes. Just always being a student. You know what I'm saying? Because I can teach some things now, but I'm always being a student. You always got to understand. You got to keep learning something, and that's been a strong suit for me because I'm always wanting to learn something. And to learn, it actually takes work because you have to be focused and you have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? So learning how to be disciplined. That's really what my experience has been. Learning how to discipline yourself and be patient, learning patience, because a lot of times you want to jump the gun on certain things and you should process things and think things through. Because when you jump the gun, you can put yourself in, you can ruin situations, you can ruin relationships, things like that. Yeah, so my learning experience has been one of that learning, discipline, prioritizing, patience, those things are really important, and being consistent. Consistency will always win. if you do anything consistently, man, it's gonna catch on. You gotta keep doing it. You know, it ain't got no choice but to catch on, man. If you keep doing it, the problem is people stop.
Yeah.
You stop.
But
When you put something in the oven, you don't take that bitch out till it's done, right? To eat. How you gonna stop? You ain't done. You gotta cook that meal all the way through, man. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna get rough now. You're gonna find out who your real friends is. You're gonna find out about that friends and family thing. Cause you know when it's time for y'all to hang out and party, y'all getting drunk and y'all doing everything together. But then when it come down to this work, we sober now. We talking about no, you gonna find out then. No, we ain't really want to do the shit we was talking about when we was drunk. It just sounded good. You know what I'm saying? You gonna find out everybody ain't built for that, so everybody can't go.
Yeah.
You want to take everybody with you, but everybody ain't gonna be able to go because they're not gonna be willing to do the work that you willing to do. You gotta just do that shit, do it, be disciplined, focus. I know that shit sound hard because there are so many distractions, but honestly, man, since I stopped drinking, you know, and 2019 was the last time since I stopped drinking, everything elevated for me because I was standing in my own way with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And people doing that all the time. You standing in your own way. Boy, if you get out your own way, I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind all the things that'll come your way. But you standing in your own way. Get out your own way, man. Stop talking about everybody else in your way. You in your own way. Because I know for a fact that ain't nobody in my way because I thought they were, and then I realized it was me.
Yeah.
I was in my way.
That shit real, man.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. So, what does Apex Couture have in store for 2023?
Oh man, well, we're doing a 10-year celebration, 2013 to 2023. We got something. I'm cooking something up, man. And a lot of the relationships that I built over these past 10 years in the industry are they're gonna pay off for this next issue. The next issue is going to absolutely be a celebration of Apex Couture magazine. So be on the lookout for who's gonna be on that cover, and be on the lookout for a lot of prominent people that you know I've connected with and built with over the years. We're gonna really do a celebration because I'm gonna tell you it ain't easy to do something for 10 years straight, man. It ain't easy to do that shit, boy.
Yeah,
it ain't easy to do it, man. And work does pay off. The hard work does pay off. A funny thing is, my cousin who actually started the magazine told me that in 10 years you're supposed to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And he didn't even stick around. He didn't stick around. But now we're seeing the bigger picture. And he was right. I couldn't see them 10 years. I didn't know. I was like, okay. I didn't know it was going to be, bro, I didn't know. But I learned something about myself. Boy, I don't give up. Boy, it's hard. I mean, I went in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 6 months in 2019. I had to relearn how to walk. I had 8 major abdominal surgeries. I almost died like 4 times. And I got out and recovered and learned how to walk again and all that shit. And started right back doing this magazine thing. Only thing I was more focused because I wasn't clouded about no drugs, no alcohol. This is a second chance at life I've been granted. And it's like I got to do all the good stuff, so I be focused now, man. Like, anybody know the old me, I always kept a cup. I always was drinking. I stayed, anything I did all my business. I was drinking, bro. This how I keep hitting this cup. It used to be liquor, but when that was taken away from me the way it was, I won 2 awards last year. How the hell? I was like, I didn't even know how I got nominated, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, who the hell nominated?
Oh man, 2-time award winner, man. Come on, man.
2-time, bro. That was crazy. I'm gonna tell you something, man. That right there is a testament of your hard work paying off. When you start winning awards, this award here, the Southern Entertainment Awards. This award here I beat out all publications in the southeastern or the southern region. All publications in that market. How the hell? How the hell I did that, little peanut? I did that. I don't know. I did it. They nominated me and people voted for me. I blew my mind. I'm like, damn. Then 4 months later, I won another award. I'm like, I don't know where it's coming from, but it come from that hard work these past 10 years, man, and doing good business, building good relationships. You're gonna get good stuff if you do good stuff and you do right, man. I'm gonna tell you that now. It ain't nothing like moving through the industry knowing that you ain't crossed nobody, knowing that you it's like a good line of credit. You good. You got a clean with everybody. You good to go. You want it. That's the best way to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here scamming. Don't be out here trying to be underhanded with people, because I'm telling you, that shit's gonna come back on you, and it's gonna hurt you in any industry that you in. Ain't nobody gonna want to be fucked up with you, and you're gonna be sitting there talking about, oh man, that nigga, these niggas lame. No, you do. That goes back. You standing in your own way. It's you. Right. It's you. Right.
You always scheming and trying to scheme like that. Yeah. Yeah. Thinking everybody against
go look in that mirror.
Yeah. So man, since we big on speaking stuff into existence, because it's already it gonna happen. Like what you manifest for your company, like
what do I manifest?
What you claim for yourself already?
Well, the whole objective of this is to have something to pass down to my children, pass down some generational wealth, some type of business assets, anything that they can utilize, because that's my main thing. That's what I'm speaking into existence, having something that they can take and they don't have to worry about. Listen, bro, I don't want my children to have to deal with this shit that's coming. And my parents worked their whole lives, but they could not pass down their jobs. I'm gonna say that again. My parents worked their whole life, but they cannot pass them damn jobs down to us. We had to start from scratch, start from zero. We keep bringing our children in the damn world, starting from zero, because these folks ain't gonna give it to us. They got it all. They extracted all the wealth from us. And my thing is, I gotta go hard with this, man, and I gotta keep it black on. I gotta keep it ownership of it and pass it down. Yeah. So I see building to the point where I have more of a team, because I got a solid team right now, but I'm looking to build more people in the network to be doing. Ladies, if you cute, I'm looking for females to do interviews. Females, I want you to be cute and intelligent. All right, and because I like throughout my past 10 years, I've always dealt with beautiful women that were intellectuals, and she might look like she might do some thought shit and might know how to, but she actually own businesses. Yeah. So when you get to talk to her and get to know her, you be like, damn, I ain't know this. She own this, she own that. So I like to have some beautiful ladies that can do interviews, that has a TV, radio personality, podcast personality. I want to build those type of things, and that way we can keep the flow of information and keep our platform growing. And that's what I'm speaking into existence, man. So y'all come rock with me. Let's build and see what we can come up with, because everything is something that's made up. Somebody created it and then added value to it. We can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that.
We go and bring the numbers up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, any special recognition or shout out she would like to give to the people that's been supporting, in your.
Listen, everybody that's been supporting and rocking with Apex Couture magazine. Listen, y'all know who y'all are. I got some people that been rocking with me since the beginning. I got people that been rocking with me for 5 years, some people 2 years, some people 7 years. I mean, thank y'all. Yeah, we still here. Wow, we still here, and we all still growing. So I thank y'all. I thank you to my team. I want to thank my wife. My wife has been there for me like the whole time. Damn. My wife been here the whole time, man. Like literally the whole ride of Apex Couture magazine. She been there. She's behind the scenes making things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's a special shout out I want to do. Get that to my wife. and everybody that's close and know that they've had a hand in being, being an integral part putting this together, putting things together with Apex Couture magazine. You guys know exactly who you are, man. It's so many people, man. I might have a list of. Look, I do got a list. A lot of these people. Listen, it's Richie Evans. Listen, Richie Evans. Shout out to Richie Evans. Got the hot new record with Rick Ross. He got Rick Ross on his album. He got some talks with MMG. Shout out to Carol Rodriguez. I'm looking at the list. Shout out to Granddaddy South. Mimi Curvaceous.
Yeah.
Y'all, she's a famous porn star. I was the first one to put her on the cover of my magazine years ago when she was Thick Red 3X. Y'all go follow Mimi Curvaceous. Be looking out for her. William Boston, fashion designer out of Duval County, one of the biggest clothing brands. I'm just calling people out, man. Some of these are people. Hey, let me stop, man. I got a long list.
Man, I ain't no shot. Cause when I looked at everything, bro, you got a long list of people, and I was sitting there like, bro, I had to stop writing, but it's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people.
It is. It is, man. That's why I ain't even gonna read the list, but all the, these people I'm saying, you can go look them up, man. You can see, you can check them out. Yeah, and it's all there. It's all there. I'm like, Jesus, it's all there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. Most definitely, bro. Like I say, bro, we appreciate you giving your time, man. Like, what you doing in Orlando, bro, is real big. You know what I mean? Like I told, like you on the Birdman move, like, everybody together on the entertainment side. You feel me? So, like I say, bro, you forever got us locked in, bro. We gonna definitely keep doing our thing, bro, and keep pushing forward. But we wish you much success, dog. If you ever need us to pull up, push up, be there, bro.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all. Matter of fact, I need to write y'all on the list. I'm gonna put y'all on the list. I'm gonna do that shit right now. Underdog. So y'all can be a part of this new issue.
Okay, then.
Yeah, we're gonna do something big, bro. I'm gonna get with you on what city it's gonna be, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna take it there. We're gonna take it there.
Yeah. For sure, man. Like I say, bro, I gotta give you your flowers, man. You know what I mean? Your round of applause.
Shout out to Antuan Wright, man. Damn, I can actually say that now. For a minute.
All right, what does being an underdog mean to you, or when you hear the word underdog?
I mean the story of my damn life. The underdog. That's the story of my life, dog. That's why I can relate to that brand, because I've always I speak everything I'm saying. I'm coming from that position of an underdog. Everything that I've been talking about, coming from that position of an underdog and being basically groomed and forced to have to make yourself be known, and make it. You have to. People have to see me. You thought that you were gonna write me off. You thought that if you shut that door, I done found another way in. You know what I'm saying? And that's what underdogs do. You can shut the door. I'm gonna come in, and then when you shut the door, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna look. You're gonna see me. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm in here, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You thought you shut the door, but I was coming in the other way.
Nah, I did that, man, because that's how I feel about a lot of things. I'm gonna find a way around it, bro. It's always loopholes and some.
Yes, it is. Well, remember that it's a way in. Don't let these niggas fool you. It's a way in.
But yeah, brother, most definitely appreciate you coming in, man, tapping in with us, man. This was episode 4, man, season 4. Believe in self. You know what I mean? You gotta face yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you got this. You know what I mean? Don't let others discourage you. You feel me? Y'all got the story from Antaun Wright, man. You feel me? 2-time award winning Apex Couture mag. Make sure y'all follow him on the Instagram, man. Check the website out and just be on the lookout for big things coming, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Most definitely, man. We're gonna get it in, bro.